Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm E from Coz-E Creations, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a washcloth. I've had this washcloth pattern up on my blog for, I don't know, probably about 8 months or so, maybe a little bit longer, but I have never made a video for it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that today to show you how to make it. Today you're going to need some 100% cotton yarn. I like to use Lily Peaches and Cream cotton. It's from by Yarnspirations, and it is a worsted weight for yarn. You're also going to need a 5mm H hook. This is a boy hook. And you're going to need a yarn needle to sew in your ends. This is a clover yarn needle. And then you're also just going to need some scissors. Alright, let's go ahead and get on started. Okay. So first off, we're going to start out with a slip knot. To do a slip knot, I normally wrap it around my fingers, pinch, pull through the loop, and pull it. Put it in, pull it tight, and there you have it. Now we are going to chain 35. So you're going to yarn over, pull through, and do that for 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, so now you're going to start single crochet in the third chain from your hook. So you're going to insert, pull up a loop, single crochet. Now you're going to chain 1, skip a chain, single crochet in the next. Now you're going to do that again, chain 1, skip a chain, single crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a chain, single crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a chain, and continue to do that the whole way down. Okay, so now you have row 1 done. It's gonna look a little gappy, but when we add our border, it'll fix it up. So now to start row 2, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work, and you are going to begin by single crocheting in the first gap made by your chain 1 space. So you're going to insert your hook into that gap, pull up a loop, single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and go into the next chain 1 space. Single crochet, next chain 1 space, single crochet, next space, chain 1, single crochet in the next space, chain 1, and just continue to do that the whole way down. Okay, so now once you get to your end, make sure that you insert your hook into that space that was created when you skipped the first 2 chains. So you're going to insert your hook in there, and that will be where you put your last single crochet. So be sure to get in there, because if you don't put your last single crochet in that chain 2 space, your washcloth will not be square. Okay, So now you're going to chain 2 again, turn your work, and continue doing that same thing, single crochet in every chain space all the way down. So we're going to find our first chain space, and it gets a little bit easier the more you go along, but I'm going to insert and make sure you're in the space, make sure you're not going through the stitches at all, make sure you go through the space. Chain 1, single crochet into the chain 1 space, chain 1, and then you're going to continue to do that all the way down. Alright, and here we are at the end of our row again, so we're going to make sure to go into that chain 2 space. In this row it's a little bit easier to find the chain 2 space, but we're going to go ahead and single crochet in that space. Alright, and there you have it, you're 3 rows in so far, and you're going to go ahead and continue to do that until you have 28 rows or until your washcloth is square. Okay, so now we're on our last row of the single crochet, chain 1, skip chain, or yeah, skip stitch. So we're gonna go ahead and do our first single crochet in that first chain 1 space, chain 1, okay, our last single crochet in that chain 2 space. And then for this okay, so we got our last row. Now we are going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to begin our border. So we're going to single crochet all the way around just to make a nice border. So you're only chain 1, and then you're going to single crochet into that first single crochet that's there. So you're not going to go into the space for your first stitch, you're going to go into the first single crochet. Single crochet. Now you're going to single crochet into the space from the chain 1, single crochet into the next one, to the next space, into the next stitch, and you're going to do this all the way across the top. Okay, and so here we are, we're at the end of our top of our row, so we're going to make sure we single crochet into the last single crochet, but then we're also going to go ahead and go into that chain 2 space again. So in that chain 2 space we're going to single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet back in that same space again, and that's going to form our corner. So now we're going to work down the side of the washcloth to make the side of the border, or the border side. Okay, now we're going to work down the side of our washcloth, and I'm going to single crochet, put 1 single crochet in the side of every row. So however many rows you had right here, which would be 28 if you followed the pattern exactly, you're going to put 1 single crochet in every one of those rows. So we're going to go ahead and single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. Okay, so now we're coming down to the bottom of our washcloth. And so here is the corner. You're going to single crochet in that one. One, single crochet again in that one. Now we're going to work across the bottom of our washcloth. And what I like to do is where there is a stitch, there's going to be these holes. Or, excuse me, there's the holes where there's not the stitch. So I'm going to work through the middle of the chain. I'm not going to work through these holes. I'm going to work just through one loop of each chain. So see how I'm doing that? Let me see. And then this next one, we're going to go through one loop. When I do this, I feel like it makes the holes not as big because there's still, so you're not pulling the whole hole. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I like to do it. It takes a little bit longer, but I just like the look of it a little bit better. Okay, so we're getting close to our corner again. And then in this last stitch, you are going to single crochet, chain one, single crochet to form the corner. So what I like to do when I come across a tail like this and I'm already crocheting right next to it, I'm just going to hold my tail along the washcloth and crochet over it, or hold it along the edge and crochet over it as I do the border. And this way you don't have to weave in your tail later. Alright, and you see how I went right over my tail, so now you're not going to be able to see it. Alright, so now we're coming back up to our top edge. I'm going to single crochet in the last stitch, chain one, and then we are going to slip stitch into our very first single crochet. Okay, so now we have our border is finished. If you want to add a loop, you're going to go ahead and just chain 20. Okay, you have your chain 20, single crochet right back into that same first single stitch. I mean slip stitch, excuse me, don't single crochet, slip stitch back into the first single crochet, and then you can fasten off and weave in your ends. Alright, so there you have it. We have finished our washcloth. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thank you.
I'm not broken.